How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just want to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Winter is Coming. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW title. That was a great match, but the ending to it, neither Hangman Page nor Bryan Danielson went over because the match ended in a time limit draw. So therefore, Hangman Page retained the AEW title. That was match 1, by the way. Match 2, it was Wardlow versus Matt Sydal. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Wardlow went over with the powerbomb. Well, after the match, Shawn Spears got in the ring with a microphone and was telling Wardlow about him being excessive with the power bombs in the match and how they weren't getting paid by the hour and everything. And Shawn Spears had Wardlow hold the microphone, so Shawn Spears Shawn Spears attacked Matt Sydal with the steel chair, and then Shawn Spears got the microphone back from Wardlow, and Shawn Spears pulled out a cell phone, and Shawn Spears answered his phone, and it was MJF on the phone. Well, Shawn Spears was telling MJF how good he looks tonight and everything, and then MJF told Shawn Spears to relay a message to Wardlow. Shawn Spears agreed to do it, so Shawn Spears told Wardlow, Shawn Spears said, "Hey Wardlow, Max wants you to go get some champagne to celebrate his victory against Dante Martin for the Dynamite Diamond Ring later on tonight," and everything. And then Wardlow looked like he was pissed off and everything, and then Wardlow and Shawn Spears left the ring and everything. That was cool. That was after the match, by the way. Match 3, it was Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Hikaru Shida went over with a roll-up. But now before the match, Serena Deeb attacked Hikaru Shida, and Hikaru Shida attacked Serena Deeb back. They were about ready to get in a brawl, but the referee stopped it before it got any further. And everything. That was cool. That was before the match, by the way. And that was match 3, by the way. Match 4, it was MJF versus Dante Martin for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. That was a great match, but the ending to it, MJF went over and retained the Dynamite Diamond Ring by the salt of the earth. Now, before the match, MJF came out and cut a promo talking about CM Punk and everything, talking about how CM Punk was saying that he himself couldn't face him like a man and everything, and talked about how CM Punk was going after the AEW title after facing MJF and everything, and then MJF continued to talk more shit about CM Punk, and then MJF switched gears and was talking shit about Dante Martin, saying how he was going to beat the shit out of Dante Martin and how he was going to have a three-peat of the Dynamite Diamond Ring and everything as well. That was cool. That was before the match, by the way. And after the match, FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, came out to celebrate with MJF And as the Pinnacle, which are MJF, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, were celebrating, the lights went out. Well, the lights came back on, and it was Sting and Darby Allin. Well, Sting knocked MJF off of FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler's shoulders, onto the ring, onto the top rope, and so MJF went out of the ring, and a brawl ensued between Sting and Darby Allin and FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, beating the shit out of each other. And as Sting and Darby Allin were getting the upper hand, beating the shit out of Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. Sting and Darby Allin beating the shit out of Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, getting the upper hand. MJF got back in the ring, executed a low blow to Sting, so Dax Harwood started beating the shit out of Sting and everything, and then MJF attacked Darby Allin from behind, and so MJF and Cash Wheeler ganged up on Darby Allin, MJF and Cash Wheeler ganged up on Darby Allin, and Dax Harwood was beating the shit out of Sting. Well, CM Punk came out with a baseball bat and ran to the ring, and as CM Punk got in the ring, the Pinnacle, which are MJF, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, left the ring. Well, Sting and Darby Allin ended up getting up from getting their asses beat, so CM Punk got the microphone and was saying, "So boys, you want to do a 3-on-2 or 3-on-1? Well, Max, since you want to bring your friends all into this, I'll bring my friends too. So next week on AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash, it'll be us three versus you three. So see you next week." And everything. And so Sting, CM Punk, and Darby Allin stood tall in the ring, while the Pinnacle, which are MJF, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, weren't in the ring. Were outside the ring, staring down Sting, CM Punk, and Darby Allin, and everything. That was cool. And that was after the match, by the way. Now, besides the matches, the Super Clique, which are Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole, along with Bobby Fish, cut a promo. And, well, Adam Cole was talking about how the best friends, which are Trent, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta, along with Rocky Romero, were idiots, and was wondering when they were going to realize that they were idiots and they were going to quit trying and everything, quit trying to come at the Super Clique and the Elite and everything. And then Bobby Fish was talking about how Trent made his return last week and said, look how that ended. He ended up getting his ass whooped and everything. And then Matt Jackson was talking about how the Super Clique, along with the Super Clique, which are Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole, along with Bobby Fish, want a 8-man tag team match against the best friends, which are Trent, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta, and Rocky Romero, and everything. And then Nick Jackson was talking about how after the Super Clique beat the best friends, they're going to tear up Trent's mom Sue's van, and then they're going to get Sue out of the van, and super kick her teeth down her throat and everything. And then Adam Cole was talking about how next week on AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash, he has a surprise for the Young Bucks and everything. And then the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, were surprised and were happy to hear it and everything. And then talked about liking surprises and everything. And Adam Cole was like I said, Adam Cole promised the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson, a surprise next week and everything. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the build-up of the rivalry between Ty Conti and Penelope Ford. That was cool. Malachi Black cut a promo talking about how he loved chaos, how he loved violence, and how he loved destruction, and talked about how not to fight the demons, to embrace them and everything. And Malachi Black was even talking about how he was the leader of the House of Black, and how the house always wins and everything. And then Malachi Black was given a book from some random druid and everything. And then Malachi Black had a druid on his knees and was preaching to him, and then took the black mist and spit it in his face. And then Malachi Black whispered in that druid's ear and said, "You are so much more than a king," and everything. That was cool. Tony Schiavone interviewed the Varsity Blondes, which are Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. Well, Tony Schiavone was talking about how Malachi Black interrupted their interview last week, and not only that, but spit the black mist in Julia Hart's face and everything. And Tony Schiavone was asking how Julia Hart's condition was, and Griff Garrison said, "Well, Tony, Julia Hart is not here tonight. That ought to tell you her condition. And I'm going to tell you right now, Malachi Black, not only, but what I'm going to tell you right now, Tony, last week when we were doing our interview, the lights went out, Malachi Black appeared, spit mist in Julia Hart's face, and Julia was, not only that, but Julia was on the ground screaming and crying, and next thing you know, the lights went out again, came back up, Malachi Black was gone. So, Malachi, you wanna act like a chicken shit? Well, next week on AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash, well, as Griff Garrison was talking and everything, Brian Pillman Jr. said, "Now, Griff, I understand you're pissed off because I'm pissed off too, but don't play into these games because that's what Malachi Black is wanting." And Griff Garrison was saying, "Whose side are you on, Brian?" Brian Pillman Jr. said, "I'm on your side, Griff." And Griff Garrison said, "Well, Malachi Black attacked our sister, and I'm going to get revenge." And Brian Pillman Jr. just walked off and everything. And then Griff Garrison was saying, "Malachi Black, next week on AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash, I'm going to break your jaw," and everything. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the debut of Hook from AEW All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage last Friday night. That was cool. And Eddie Kingston cut a promo talking about how he was fed up with Daniel Garcia and 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker's shenanigans and everything. And then Eddie Kingston was talking about how and Eddie Kingston was talking about. Well, Eddie Kingston was saying that Friday night on on AEW Rampage, he wanted a 10-man tag team match, and was saying that he was going to team with Proud and Powerful, which are Santana and Ortiz, and the Lucha Brothers, which are Rey Fenix and Pena El Cerro Miedo, to take on Daniel Garcia 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, and two partners of their choosing. And Eddie Kingston was talking about how him, Proud and Powerful, and the Lucha Brothers were going to destroy Daniel Garcia 2.0 and their partners of their choosing and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Tony Schiavone, Taz, and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And the referees for the event were Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Paul Turner refereed the match between Hangman Page versus Bryan Danielson for the AEW title. Rick Knox refereed the match between Wardlow versus Matt Sydal. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb. And Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between MJF versus Dante Martin for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now, the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event Holiday Bash, it's going to be Sting, CM Punk, and Darby Allin versus The Pinnacle, which are MJF, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler, and Malachi Black versus Griff Garrison. Those are the matches that have been announced so far. So, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's Holiday Bash Wednesday night looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. Looking forward to it. And the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tonight, it's going to be... Now, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tonight that's been announced, it's going to be The match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage tonight, it's going to be the Super Clique, which are Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Adam Cole, and Bobby Fish, versus the Best Friends, which are Trent, The match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tonight, it's been announced, it's going to be the Super Clique, which are Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Adam Cole, and Bobby Fish, versus the Best Friends, which are Trent, Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Rocky Romero. Eddie Kingston, Proud and Powerful, which are Santana and Ortiz, and the Lucha Brothers, which are Rey Fenix and Pena El Cerro Miedo, versus Daniel Garcia 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, and The Acclaimed, which are Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, and Ty Conti versus Penelope Ford in a submission match. Those are the matches that have been announced so far. But besides the matches that have been announced, Dan Lambert will be making his return to AEW on All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage tonight. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tonight looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. Looking forward to it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite's special event, Winter is Coming. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.